the first thing that happens is the concentration. You are actually focusing on one game for a prolonged duration of time, which is actually very difficult in this present age with so many distractions around, which already makes chess something very special and worthwhile to learn. It depends whether you will become a good player or not, but just the very fact that you can learn concentration itself is a big thing. Next one, decision making. At every point you have a lot of moves to choose from. In fact, when the Simon was going on, there was a little girl who was doing like this, and she was basically trying to decide which move to play. And I think it's very important because no matter what you are doing, you always have to make decisions. Should I sit on this chair? Should I sit there? Should I go back in car? Should I take a bus? Should I take a train? Should I take a flight? And there are innumerable decisions you are always taking. Decision making becomes second nature to chess players, I feel. It's just something that you keep doing so many times in a game that it becomes natural. Analytical skills. Do you recognize the picture here? The girl in the picture? Of course, Padmini here, she's sitting there. It also helps you to analyze. If I play this, my opponent will do this. And if he does that, I will be in trouble. Okay, let me not do that. Let me do this, but then there is that. And these analytical skills, actually, I realized that what was very natural to me as a chess player is not so natural to a non-chess player. And this starts becoming very much a part of you when you start playing chess. So these are some of the very come to some more sort of social benefits of chess. And the next slide is slightly weird. If we can have the next picture. It shows a picture which was released called Udta Punjab, and it dealt with a drug abuse issue in the state of Punjab. And actually I was in Punjab in 2018, and if we go to the next slide, there's a group called Punjab Kesari over there, who thought that maybe we should start introducing chess to the youth, because the time that they spend being free will be better utilized and they will not get into such bad habits. And so what they did is they started doing tournaments in Punjab. This is one of the pictures from a tournament there. And then, if you go to the next one, they actually set up an academy there to learn chess for youngsters, where I gave a lecture. This was roughly 5 years ago, and it was called if we go to the next slide, it was called the Punjab Kesari Center of Chess Excellence. And I think it was very, very beneficial. The program somehow stopped at some point, and it was very unfortunate, but I think they were on the right track. This is a picture from a state called Marothichal in Kerala. Very famous. In fact, if you put on Google chess village, Marothichal will come up. It shows the state itself was having a problem of alcoholism. Everyone was having alcohol. It's addiction basically. And what one guy called Unni Krishnan thought is that why don't I introduce chess here, which will be a useful thing. What started to happen is, in some time, they all got sort of de-addicted to alcohol and addicted to chess. And that place I visited in 2018, and there are chess. They were playing chess there, and it's a very nice initiative. In fact, everyone knows chess there. Okay, going to the next one. This is one of India's top visually impaired chess players, Aryan Joshi. But chess has this beautiful ability to be inclusive. Even when someone is visually impaired, cannot see, they can actually fight it out against a sighted chess player, which is brilliant. Which other sport can actually do that? And it boosts their confidence like anything. In fact, right now, this young boy is in IIM, he's studying. And I would actually, he himself says it, and I am his good friend, that chess was the one which infused him with confidence, because when he started playing in tournaments and started meeting and beating sighted players, he thought, I'm not less. And so chess has this ability. You can go to the next one. It's my very good friend Shailesh Nerlikar. He's no more. He used to, he couldn't move his limbs. Couldn't even sit, couldn't even sit or walk. But he used a stick to play chess, and I can tell you his life was beautiful. He was thinking about what he should do, how he should improve, which are the tournaments he can go to. And this is where I would say the real benefit of chess lies. Let's see the next one. This is a picture from a prison in the US where chess was introduced. And it is, one might think, oh, but chess in prison, what's the logic behind that? Well, if we look at the next slide, the quote was given by the person who started there. He said, we see day in and day out that people want instant gratification, and that and that often individuals do not think before they act. Thoughtless actions will hurt you while playing chess and hurt you more on the street. And this you learn instantly in chess. If you make a move without thinking, you will lose the game. So every time you are making a move, you kind of pause, you think before you make a move. And this then starts to translate into other things. When you start to get maybe angry, you might think, let me think a bit what I do in chess. And actually chess is a very successful program that has started to gain momentum. It's being done at different places. And I think Padmini herself has been doing these sessions in prisons and teaching to the prisoners. This is a very nice picture I took just a day ago. On the left is a girl who works at Chess Base India, and on the right is my friend who came from Italy to the office. When he entered, the girl had absolutely no way to communicate because she couldn't speak English, while the Italian friend didn't know Hindi. But when they sat down on the chessboard, after a game of chess, they both left as friends. They were smiling with each other. It was as if they had a mental interaction for nearly 30 minutes. And I'm sure that many of you feel that to your opponent or your friends with whom you play, or just any stranger. You start to feel connected to them. So this is my feeling that chess is not just a sport, it is a social tool, and I'm seeing it at every possible juncture of my life. Let's go to the next one. Why chess in schools is actually a very, very important thing to discuss. Then why do we want to introduce chess in schools? And I can see that there are two reasons for this. One is that you want to impart these very good qualities that you learn, that we talked about right now: concentration, analytical skills, decision making. Or the second is that you want to create champions, eventually. And I think the two goals need not be mutually exclusive. They can go hand in hand. But we need to be a little careful about the approach we take. So let's go to the next one. This is my experience of teaching at a children's home in Mumbai. So we started at a children's home. This is a place where kids are come from a background where they are separated from their parents, or they are orphans, they don't have parents. And so we went there, and you could literally sense that they were, at first when I went there, chess was something, they were like, why are you showing this to us? But okay, we put the chess boards there on the ground, they started playing it, we first taught them the rules, and suddenly they started getting interested. Every Saturday was the class that would happen. You can see the next slide. And all the kids would be very excited. You're like, Saturday kab aa raha hai? Like, when is the next class going to happen? Then we go to the next one. And this is where we introduced something which I want to talk about today, which is the problem of how to actually teach chess in schools. If you go to the previous one, you will see that this is a young boy who has sheets. And actually we have some sheets here, and I want to just pass it over to all of you. Maybe it will be, I don't think there are enough for all, but we can just give it to some and then you can pass it behind.
Sir.